Hi there, everyone. This is Sean 007 1986. I hope you're having a wonderful and fantastic Tuesday evening. Well, now you had to sit on this. I had to sit and think on this particular interesting topic, and well, yeah, obviously want my 2 cents on the whole situation. Okay, this is referring to JJ Redick being, well, I would say being critical to Doc Rivers, but that's that's a bit strong on that one. More like scorched earth, if you ask me, on Doc Rivers. So, in case you haven't known, let me give you the context of the whole situation. Okay, the Milwaukee Bucks had a really good head coach in Adrian Griffin, a first-year head coach who managed to amass a record of 30 wins and 13 losses. Not bad for his first year and only 43 games in. But seems like the Bucks don't like where the direction is going, which is obviously is like, what the hell y'all doing? So they decided to fire Adrian Griffin. And in turn, they managed to hire Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers at the time was the co-host of the three-person team of Mike Breer and Doris Burke of ESPN. Why I mentioned Doris Burke and Doc Rivers and not Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy? Well, because ESPN fired those two for reasons I have no idea. So, yeah, they have Doris Burke, which, let's be real, I love Doris Burke, but Doc Rivers, let's just say that, man, I can't go through one day without listening to him talk about how great LeBron James is and everything, but that's not here and there. That's not here and there. So, basically, he managed to get the new head coaching job of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, yours truly, with everybody with a working brain on this one, saw this and was like, oh, this is a bad move. This is a terrible bad move. You hired the Mike McCarthy of the NBA to host a team, and you got rid of a rookie head coach, which to me is like, that's kind of messed up on so many freaking levels. Let's be real, that was kind of messed up. But I keep on hearing everybody was saying that, oh my God, he's gonna give him a chance. He's a good coach. He's a good Hall of Fame coach. Granted that he can't be a Hall of Fame coach. I mean, his only resume you can make was that he managed to win an NBA championship in 2008 with the Boston Celtics, and he had the only members of that team who carried him to that ship was Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, and KG, and Ray Allen. Can't forget Ray Allen. But other than that, this dude has been known to blowing 3-1, 3-2 leads in the playoffs, with last season blowing a 3-2 series lead against the Boston Celtics in the second round of the Eastern NBA. It's the Eastern portion of the NBA playoffs when he was the head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. That's it. That was the team that had fucking James Harden on that squad. And Joel Embiid, the MVP, the one of the greatest players in basketball, who, quote unquote, won that title over Jokic. Still pissed on that one. And in game 7, he got bodied by then 37-year-old Al Horford. And then when they had Jason Tatum into the dead to rights, but then all of a sudden in game 7 they turned Jason Tatum from a guy that was about to be run out of Boston to a Boston Celtics legend. And I was like saying, man, this the type of crap that will get him fired. And I was right. And I thought he coached his last game in the NBA, but nope, Doc Rivers has managed to get himself another job. Oh, and by the way, Tobias Harris, the guy next to JJ Redick, he balled in that game 7. He had 19 points. Now, why am I highlighting JJ Redick in this video? Simple. Because JJ Redick, he went scorched earth on Doc Rivers after the Milwaukee Bucks have managed to go on a 3-7 streak right now. And JJ Redick, he was going scorched earth. It's like, listen, I get it. I hear this excuse all the time. It's like, okay, I get it. Coaching is a hard thing, you know. Taking over a team during the middle of the season, I get that part. But I get this. It's always the excuses. There's no accountability to this guy. Yeah, I don't know what the hell JJ Redick's problem with Doc Rivers, but to me it seems very, very, very personal. And I think, and this is just me bullshitting like I always do, but I think the reason why he's acting out like this was because of one reason and one reason only. It's because he is upset. It's because he's so sick and tired of Doc Rivers because he was his head coach when he was playing with the LA Clippers. And he's just sick and tired of of everything. Which is funny though, because you know, he's trying to act like, you know, he knows the stuff. But let's take a look at his hold on. Yeah, let's take a look at his stats, sorry. Well, let's see. In his career stat, when he had 15 years in the NBA, he was JJ Redick was averaging 25.4 minutes per game, 12.4 points per game. 89% from the charity stripe, 41.5 percent from downtown, 44.9% in the field. Average 2 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, and 0.1 blocks per game. He became the only one of the 10 NBA players to shoot 90% or better from the free throw line, and attempted 100 or more free throws in 4+ seasons. He also set a Clippers single season franchise record of 200 3-pointers in the 2014-2015 season. Okay, that makes sense. And he was selected 11th overall in the Orlando Magic in the 2006 NBA draft. Yeah, I don't know what JJ Redick's problem is, but he needs help. He really needs help, because the way he was spouting, there was some venom in that one. There was some venom. Then again, this is the same JJ Redick who called fans who don't like the current version of the NBA as trolls, and also referred to the old school legends back in the day as plumbers. Yeah, this guy really hates the old school era of the NBA. You know, back when the players were playing, being competitive and all that other shit. I mean, I grew up during the old school era of the NBA. Mostly late 80s to throughout the 90s. The 90s was my shit. The NBA was so cool back then. Now it's like this era is so fucking soft, man. This era is so fucking soft. And JJ Redick, he really needs help on that one. I mean, I criticize Doc Rivers. I criticize anybody in the NBA. Hell, I criticize LeBron, but most of that's a mixture of criticism and hatred. But I try to channel it in a different kind of way. But for him, he's making it very, very personal. Very, very personal. I mean, I don't know what happened. I mean, shit. I don't know what happened, but man, when he woke up and chose violence on that day to go after Doc Rivers. Not to say that Doc Rivers does deserve criticism and everything, but yeah, you might want to chill on that one, JJ Redick. I may not be a player myself. I mean, granted, I do play some pickup, shoot the ball around when I'm not busy at work and whatnot, but dude, come on, man, come on. This is really fucking personal. This is really fucking personal. And how much you want to bet if he does get fired again, he's gonna make some. He'll be hopping on his YouTube channel or his fucking podcast and do a celebratory. Ha ha! I told you so. I told you he was a terrible coach. I was right. I was right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay, so you're celebrating that he got fired again, like everybody saw that coming, and you're celebrating it like that was like a gotcha moment, like I told you so. Dude, what did you gain for that? What do you gain for that? And also, no one should give a fuck about what the fuck you think, man, because if you kind of think about it, you shit on old school players. Here's the thing, Mr. Redick. If it wasn't for those old school plumbers in the old school era of the NBA would cease to fucking exist. So I don't know what your problem is with the old school era, but at least the old school era is a much exciting era than what the fuck this era of the NBA is. In fact, the All-Star game. I'm gonna get the All-Star game from this past Sunday. It was awful. It was so fucking terrible. I didn't even bother to watch. I watched highlights of it because I didn't even bother to watch it. And even watching the highlights, it was awful. Just straight awful. No defense. No stuff. It's like these players didn't even fucking try to play or put on a show for the game. I mean, shoot, if I were to make an NBA game, if I were to make a video of me playing some NBA games that features some of the old players, which I would, and I could, it will be more successful than what Adam Silver tried to put on. On God. On God. But yeah, like I said, this whole beef with him and Doc Rivers is dumb on his part, and honestly, this wouldn't have happened if the Bucks didn't fire Adrian Griffin. If they didn't fire him, they wouldn't hire Doc Rivers. But too bad we don't have a time machine to turn back to go back in time and tell the front office that hiring Doc Rivers was a bad idea. Well, you know the old saying, sometimes people have to learn from their mistakes. And I feel like for Milwaukee, oh, it's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a fucking big one. But that's just my 2 cents on the whole thing. Let me know what y'all think, okay? As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so don't miss an update. Share with friends, share with your neighbors, share with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean 007-1986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. It really means a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, catch you later. Bye-bye. Oh, man. I tried. Milwaukee really done fucked up on this one. Really screwed the pooch on this one. Well, even though my team, the Lakers are shit, at least we're not stupid enough to hire Doc Rivers as our head coach.